Hey folks, how's it going? It's Chris here, and in today's video I'm doing another gun review. Today I'm doing it on the Winchester SX4. Before I get underway, I'd like to give a huge thanks to everybody who's been watching my channel so far. It means a lot to me. And I'd like to give a huge shout out to my sponsors, Northern Ontario Growth Centers Group and Lysurgeon. A link to the Facebook group and to Lysurgeon's Spotify and SoundCloud will be down in the description. So let's get on with the video. So the Winchester SX4. Winchester was recently bought out by Browning. So this is more of a money-friendly brand now. They still sell some amazing firearms, and I'm really enjoying this gun here, the Winchester SX4. The pattern that I have here is the Waterfowl Hunter Realtree Max 5, but it also comes in well over 20 other camo patterns. The sling is not included, unfortunately. That would be very nice. The MSRP for the Winchester SX4 is $829.99 USD, all the way up to $1,149.99 United States dollars. The Waterfowl Hunter Realtree Max 5 is on the high end of the pricing. It's the highest priced one that you can get, but I really like it because it's got a beautiful marsh camo pattern that really blends in well when you're hunting for waterfowl. And the gun comes with a non-glare finish to prevent the gun from spooking game. A lot of people, when they're hunting waterfowl, they like to hold their guns like this or like this. They like to keep their gun ready to be able to shoot, pop out of a layout blind or pop out of a A-frame. But it's got a great finish. The birds will not see this. To them, it'll just look like a cattail pretty much sticking up. So it's really nice. It has a synthetic stock with improved ergonomics. It has a smaller pistol grip compared to the SX3. And on the front stock and on the pistol grip, it has some nice gripping to prevent your hands from slipping. It gives you some good aiming, allowing you to aim and not slip up, especially when you're wearing gloves. I don't usually wear gloves because I'm always worried when I use like a wooden stock firearm. If it doesn't have gripping, your hand will like always slip. So this gun is really nice. You can wear gloves with it. I know when it's pretty cold out when you're waterfowl hunting, you know, your hands can slip when you're wearing gloves, so it's really nice. The gun possesses backboard technology, which allows your shots to stay nice and dense, nice tight pattern, especially good for waterfowl, once again, because a lot of waterfowl hunters realize, you know, when a pattern's too big, one or two pellets hitting a duck or a goose really not going to do the job. I like this gun. It holds a dense pattern, but personally, it's not as dense as I would like it. And the other problem with the gun, which I will get to in a second, that is one of the cons, is it comes with 3 different chokes: improved cylinder, modified, and full choke. I love the improved cylinder. I use it for other games such as woodcock, pheasants, grouse. Same with modified. Use it for pheasants and grouse, but I use the modified for waterfowl. But I would really like to use a full choke or an improved modified for waterfowl because it's a tighter pattern. But unfortunately, the Browning Invector chokes that come defaultly. But unfortunately, the Browning Invector chokes that come with this gun, the 3 chokes, the full choke does not pattern well with steel shot. It is not recommended to be shot through this gun. You can do it, but it unfortunately has a lot of blown patterns, which is a common issue with these, and same with an improved modified choke. So you're basically stuck using a modified choke for waterfowl. And while I know you can shoot waterfowl up to 40 yards with a modified choke, really anything I find over 25 yards is still a bit of a stretch. I do shoot a lot of waterfowl with this gun, so I don't really have that many complaints using modified, but I've always wanted to use improved modified or full chokes to shoot birds at a further distance. But you could always go out and buy an aftermarket choke. I haven't really looked up any aftermarket chokes that are fitting for this gun. I'm sure there's a lot of universal ones out there. I've never used an aftermarket choke, but I'm sure there's some good ones that you can buy and use. And once again, the chokes that come with the SX4 are the Invictor Plus Browning chokes. So they are good chokes. I will give them that. They're not bad, but the blown pattern issues with the improved modified and full chokes is a little bit of an issue. The chamber and barrel are hard chrome plated, which prevents corrosion and lots of wear. I will say that I've fired like thousands and thousands of shots through this gun, and there is no damage or wear. There's like a few scratches and that's it, you know. It's a very durable gun, I will give it that. It's not gonna fall apart on you. It's amazing. There's only a couple things that have fallen apart on this gun for me, and I've always been able to fix them relatively cheap. So I will get to that in a little bit. Oh my God. The bead is a True Glow registered long bead fiber optic front sight. It defaultly comes with a red bead, and that's what I was going to get to. I have a green bead. That is because a couple years ago when I was out duck hunting, I dropped my gun and the bead shattered in two. It fell out of the bead holder. All I had to do was go to your local gunsmith, talk to them. They'll order you in a new one for you and they'll put it in. I wanted the green one because it's a little bit glow in the dark, and I would honestly recommend people to actually try and get this bead, because when you're using a red bead at dark, you can't really see. You know, people hunt 30 minutes before shooting light, and if it's a very cloudy day, sometimes even 30 minutes before shooting light when you can shoot, it's really hard to be able to shoot these birds. So I like using this glow in the darkish one, and really helps because I can see those birds fly in the silhouettes, and this allows me to easily lead these birds. It has a nice vented rib, which allows you to aim, swing easily, a nice simple sight plane. You can really follow that bead very easily with your eyes. The Winchester SX4 has a larger charging handle and a bolt release button. This allows you to use this gun cold weather, easily press that button, no issue. The receiver is an aluminum alloy receiver with a steel barrel. It comes with the sling swivels, and it has a wider trigger guard, allowing you to slip your fingers in with thick gloves. Makes it good for hunting in that cold weather, which I'm really accustomed to here in Northern Ontario, so it really helps out. It has a dropout trigger group, which allows you to really clean this gun very easily. It lets you clean everything throughout this entire gun. I really like that it has that feature. Makes it super easy, just pop it out, drops right out, super easy to clean. Majority of the Winchester SX4s shoot 2 3/4 inch all the way up to 3.5 inch, allowing you to chase all kinds of game. The overall weight of the Winchester SX4 is 7 pounds. That is an overall average though. Some can weigh a little bit more, some can weigh less. This one, 7 pounds, it's a very good gun. It has a recoil pad, Inflex 1. It's a small pad, but it really reduces that felt recoil. I love shooting this gun. I will shoot all the way up to 3.5 inch BB shots and everything like that, and you don't even feel it. It's so nice and relaxing to be able to shoot a gun, shooting those heavy loads and not having any issues. And lastly, it has quadra vent ports, which allows all the carbon and gases, because this is a gas operated firearm, to vent throughout those ports, reducing recoil and allowing for a cleaner firearm. All right folks, so I took a video a couple days ago of me going out and shooting the Winchester SX4. I'm going to be showing you guys the recoil with a number 8 2 3/4 inch, a number 5 2 3/4 inch, or a number 6, I don't remember, and a number 2 3-inch shot. This will help you guys see what you're going to hunt, see what kind of recoil you're going to be dealing with. Some people might want to buy this gun for their children or a elderly person, and they want to see what the recoil would be like to kind of help them out and see how it will hit their shoulder, see if they can even use this gun. I will say the recoil is kind of light, but the weight of the gun is a little too heavy for some smaller people. But it's an overall good gun. So let's get out to the woods and see how it shoots. All right, folks, we're going to be putting some rounds through the Winchester SX4 here. We're going to be putting a 2 3/4 8, a 2 3/4 6, and a 3-inch number 2.
I'm going to be using a modified choke. This test is just to give you guys a representation of how the recoil is with this gun. I know a lot of people might be looking to get guns for their children, or somebody who's a little bit older might not want to deal with a lot of recoil if they have bad shoulders and stuff. So I just like to give a proper representation for the Winchester SX4's recoil through all sorts of different shells, starting from the 8 all the way down to the 2. I could do BB, but you know, not too many people use BB for stuff other than geese. So we're going to start off the 2 3/4 8. All right, let's see how it shoots. As you can see, for that shell, guys, like 0 recoil. I love this gun for number 8s. No recoil whatsoever. Great gun. All right, guys, number 6 is in the chamber. Let's see how it shoots. Little bit more recoil on that, guys. I know for a fact I will not be using number 6s out of this gun. I have particular guns I like to use for different species. This gun is basically a waterfowl gun for me. I mainly shoot BBs, 2-shot, 3-shot. Sometimes I'll use this gun for 6-shot steel high brass, so extra powder, for snipe shooting. So we're gonna get the 3-inch number 2. Let's see how it shoots, guys. There we go. So as you can see, guys, the number 2 packs a lot more punch. That is mainly due to the high brass and a larger number of heavy pellets that it needs to force out. So basically the recoil will really come down to the powder you're using in terms of high brass or low brass and the density of the shell.
So just to go over some pros and cons of this gun. Some pros, I will say the recoil pad on this gun is super nice. There's barely any felt recoil. It really makes it easy to shoot lots of shots. I really like the trigger because you can put your entire finger in there, no problem. It's very, very easy. The dismantling process, extremely easy, super easy to clean. You got to make sure you maintain this gun though. It's a very dirty gun, but it can be easily cleaned. I like the charging handle. It's nice and big, and same with the bolt closer. It's very nice, the release button. That is what I got to say for the pros. It's got a sensitive trigger as well. Forgot to say that, very sensitive trigger, which makes it great for reaction shooting. And one last thing, the safety. It's a nice big square safety. I forgot to mention this in the video, but it's a very, very, very nice safety. It's really big, super easy to press, doesn't get stuck. Now, for some cons, I have to say, number 1, the charging handle is removable. When you're out hunting, this will fall off. If you have a Winchester SX4, I am 99% sure you have lost a charging handle before. These fall out so often that I would recommend, if you're gonna buy an SX4, tell that gunsmith that you're buying, or the gun shop, whatever, wherever you're getting it, tell them right away, order an extra one, because you need that extra charging handle in case something happens. You can use a key or something, but I've used a key and my key slipped out when I lost the charging handle, and it scraped all the paint right off the side of the gun. So that didn't feel too great. Another con is the chokes. I really like Browning and Vector chokes. I have nothing to complain about them, other than the fact that the improved, modified, and full are blown patterns if you're using steel shot. I don't really know if you can get any aftermarket chokes for the SX4. I'm sure you can. Personally, for me, I'm probably just going to stick with a modified, and I might improve to bismuth shooting or tungsten shooting or something different than steel, because shooting steel shot out of a modified choke, I can't really shoot that far, so it makes it really tough to get a lot of waterfowl down. And the last issue for this gun that I would say is the cleaning process. While it's super easy, this gun is extremely dirty. It has a lot of carbon deposits, and if you don't clean your gun properly, you will have jamming issues. There's 2 little runs inside the chamber that you have to make sure you clean that really, really good. And down at the bottom here, when you take out the trigger grouping, there's a little buffer down there that you need to make sure you clean properly. Otherwise, this gun will jam a lot. Right after your first shot, I had to deal with it all last year. Nobody could really figure out what the issue was, and then I was able to figure it out that it was the buffer was surrounded by so much dirt, carbon, etc., because everything could fall back in there, and without taking out the trigger group, you can't clean it. So you got to do that. But other than that, it's a very nice gun. It's very easy to shoot for waterfowl. I have no real complaints when you're waterfowl hunting with it. As long as the birds are coming in close, they're gonna fall. But it's a great gun. So I would recommend getting this gun. I would highly recommend it. There's a lot of ups and downs I've had with this gun. You know, if you're looking for a nice, cost-effective firearm, this is the one to go with. A lot of people have good things to say about this gun, and I am one of those people. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment down below if you want to see more gun reviews. Please subscribe to my channel for future videos, and I hope you guys have a great day.